Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it, Senator. There are many, groups that support you, like DSA and other activist organizations. A lot of them today, young progressives especially, are anti-Zionist in particular. I was curious, what is your message to a lot of the young progressives and leftists who support you, who are also explicitly anti-Zionist?
I'm not sure I know what that question means.
I guess, yeah.
I got out in the real world. It's not an issue I hear a whole lot about.
Right.
What I hear about, overwhelmingly, with maybe very, very few exceptions, is that Hamas is a terrorist organization, pledged to destroy Israel, and committed an atrocious war crime on October 7th. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Israel has, like any other country, the right to defend itself. But what I also hear, Netanyahu's right-wing, racist, extremist government has gone to war against the Palestinian people. And according to the ICC, as you know, the International Criminal Court, has committed war crimes. And they have indicted both Netanyahu and Sinwar for war crimes. That's my view.
Right.
I think that that's correct.
Just very quick follow-up, because I talked to a lot of Jewish activists on the left especially. Some of them do support multinational, single state. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
I'm not really here to go into a great discussion about Israel. I'm here to see that Jamaal Bowman gets reelected.
Yeah, Owen Smith of the Wall Street Journal.
Good.
I was wondering what your perspective is on a lot of establishment Democrats not coming out to support an incumbent in this election.
Look, it is no great secret that there is a division within the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Not news, right? And what you have is, I think, it's going on for years. I think my campaign in 2016 for president brought that out in the open. Is that there were millions of people, working class people, young people of color, who said, you know what, we want to come into the Democratic Party. And we're not happy with the status quo. We want transformational change in this country, whether it's in our economy, whether it's in our healthcare system. We want to come in and we want real change. And then you have the establishment saying, well, we want just to nibble around the edges. So that's where we are. And right now, Jamaal is a strong progressive. He believes in Medicare for all. He understands the severity of the climate crisis, wants bold action. He's an educator. He believes that all of our kids, regardless of their income, should have the right to get a higher education without going into deep need. That he's a strong progressive. And that is not something that the establishment feels comfortable about.
Yeah, and what do you say to someone who's living in the district who feels like races like these are sort of like dividing their communities, specifically members of the...
No, the issue here is, look, I am a strong believer in democracy, I really am. I love democracy. If you disagree with me on an issue, great. Run against me, we'll debate the issues. I lose, you win. You lose, you lose. It's called democracy. Again, but I just told the TV guy, woman, this race here, Latimer and Jamaal have different points of views on all the issues. That's not unusual. This is an establishment Democrat running against the progressive, all right? We all know their differences of opinion. What is unique about this race is that the billionaire class, including billionaires who support right-wing Republicans, are spending an unlimited sum of money to try to beat Bowman. And let me tell you something, as somebody who is in Congress, if they are successful, you're a member of Congress and you're looking at this race, as they are, and the billionaire class defeats you, do you think that tomorrow you're going to stand up and take on powerful special interests? The word is clear. They got the power, and I will shut up. I'm not going to antagonize anybody because they're going to spend billions. They have unlimited amounts of money, they're going to spend it against me. That is, you talk about a division, that's the division. The division is the billionaire class versus working people. Left alone, equal funding, I think Jamaal would win this race, hands down. I hope and think he's going to win it anyhow. But he's being out, so what was it, 10 to 1? All right, that's a tough race to win.
David Green.
How do you combat the money from the Super PACs and also the eco-Republican media bubble that you can't penetrate?
Look, I wrote a book on this subject. John Nichols, John?
Mm-hmm.
And you're living in an oligarchy. And this is, what this race is about, it's taking this whole movement of big money in politics to a whole new level. That's what this is about. And the answer is, of course, you've got to overturn, you've got to get rid of Citizens United. You need public funding of elections. You want to run against me, fine. I shouldn't be able to outspend you 10 to 1. I'll beat you almost every time. So we need fundamental reform of our political system, our campaign finance system. That's what we've got to do as a progressive. I believe we need to educate and organize working class people all over this country, bring black, white, Latino, gay, straight people together into a political movement. So that's kind of what I believe. But again, I do not, I'm going to, when I speak in a few minutes or an hour, whatever it is, I will point out that this is one of the more important elections in my district. People think I'm crazy, really. Why is the 16th district of Bronx the most important? This is a test run. Well, not really a test run, but this is a major step forward for the billionaire class. And they say, hey, we win this one, we got it all. Ain't no one going to oppose us anymore, because they know our power. That's what this election is about.
A big issue here in the district is affordability, affordable housing, in particular young people,
Yep.
older people. What can the federal government do to make housing more affordable
Good.
in New York City and elsewhere?
Good, you're absolutely right. Every place I go, in Vermont, go to Burlington, Vermont, it's impossible to find affordable housing. New York, LA, you got, 30, 40,000 people sleeping out on the streets. What you should know is during Build Back Better, I can't remember I should know it, I don't know if you remember how much money we put into low income and affordable housing. And I've been involved in a number of these issues. I would say, if you go around the country, housing is very close to the top of the issues that have concerned the people, young people, old people. So you got to approach it in a wide variety of ways. Among other things, we got to start building public housing, which has really been cut back very severely. When I was mayor of Burlington, we developed a concept called the Community Land Trust, which is now spread all over the world, which is keeps housing perpetually affordable. We need to take on Wall Street and the private investors who are buying Blackstones of the world, who are buying all kinds of housing, gentrifying neighborhoods. So there's an enormous amount of work to be done. Has it been the focus as high on the list as it should be? No. But it is a crisis and we've got to address it. All right.
Any last ones?
One more. On the APAC spending and special interest money in general, do you think that the average voter cares or knows a lot about what
I think they
SuperPAC
care
is?
deeply. How much they know, I don't know. That's why I'm here. And with your help. Readers of the Wall Street Journal, whether they care about it or not, I don't know. Maybe they think it's a good idea. But that is the issue. And I do believe, maybe I won't, but I do believe that ordinary people, no matter what their politics may be, you're conservative or Republican, fine. Do you really want billionaires to be buying the election? I think not. So, my job is, what I'm going to say here today is, it really, Bowman and Latimer disagree on virtually almost all of the issues, and that's important. But this race transcends those disagreements. It really is. I don't think Latimer would be a serious opponent to Bowman if he didn't have. What's the number? I want to be clear in saying, does anyone notice that 20 million is what?
It's the APEC spending.
Is 14.
It's over
14
14
and a half.
14 and a
And
half.
there are other
There'll be
PACs
more.
coming in as
There's
well.
DMFI spent over $1 million, and there's a crypto PAC that's
In
spent
total,
$1
it's
million.
around 23
About,
million.
and rising, Leanne will be.
I don't care about the total. Is it for Latimer?
For Latimer, yeah, over 20 for Latimer.
Over $20 million.
Yeah.
It's insane. And that's all. So do I think, and the appeal that I'm going to make today is and I believe this, if I were here and I disagreed with Jamaal, really, I was more, say, a conservative Democrat, okay, I would vote for Jamaal. Because for the future of this country, you cannot allow billionaires to win these elections. All right? Okay, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.